Hi everyone, welcome back to RTS, and what are we going to do? We are going to record the story today. Yes, we are. And if you notice, I already have papers picked out. I have my photos here, and I have a sketch to my left by Allison Davis of Scrapbook Generation. Now, I can't really show this sketch because it's a paid sketch, but really, it's just a photo grid with some banner strips. It's really not that difficult of a sketch, but I won't show it because it is a paid sketch. However, if you want some free Scrapbook Generation sketches, I will have them listed below. It won't cost you a penny. No. So I thought what I would do to play with this is that I would get out my Auburn Lane knockoff kit, and I'll have the link below for that because that was a fun kit to put together. And that's what I'm going to play with, because when I saw these photos of our little bunny Nellie, and I'll talk about her in a minute. Yes, just about as adorable as can be. Yes. Okay, I'll talk about that in just a minute. Okay, so it reminded me of this kit, okay, because I knew I would have some elements in there that would work. And then I pulled a screen sheet from a Maggie Holmes Bloom paper collection because I had just ran across it the other day and it was in my mind, and when I saw those green flowers it made me think of that, and so yada yada yada. I'm going to use a little bit of this, you use a little bit of that. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. And of course, you know, here we are. I'm doing the same thing that I always do, my formula. Paper sketch photos, paper sketch photos. Okay, so what am I going to do next? Well, then I automatically go to alphas. Okay, now in my kit, this is the alphas I had. These three are here. So what are my choices? Well, that's not going to make it. That's not going to make it. That will have to make it because I have brown, green, and white and black. So I'm just going to make it work because I don't have a lot of time. I'm not in no big hurry or anything, but that's just what I'm going to do. Okay? And again, I'll have the link below for that knockoff kit. And I'm just so tickled. I have really been using that. So there's my alphas. Now I knew I'm going to need smaller, so I just went to my little alpha bin and I picked, honestly, I just grabbed. I found some brown and black and I just, whatever it is, I just picked them. I don't make no final decision, just pick them, I'll go. And what else did I have? Well, I had these laying not very far, and I thought, well, since it's, you know, has to do with our home, I thought, well, there's a home, and there's these trees. That's what I thought. And then I saw that bird. I just thought that was cute. I really thought the trees. And then this wasn't too far from it, so I went ahead and grabbed that. That's from the Jen Hatfield Homemade, and of course you can see. And I really think that's what I want to do because I was trying to find a bunny. And I know I don't have a lot of animal motifs unless it's deer. I don't really have that. But I knew in the other Maggie Holmes collection there was this bunny. And I really think that's what I'm going to do. Now, I probably could die cut one. But ask me if I feel like getting that out. No. No. In the summer, I do fast pages. So then, what else do I have? Well, I think, I don't know what's going on here. I have to get these out of here. I'm sorry about that. I have these clouds and sun, and I thought maybe, you know, it was white. I have a white fence in there. I thought maybe. And then in my kit I had these die cuts, and I thought definitely I could play off with the green or the butterflies. That's what I was thinking, these butterflies, or maybe I'll get one of these quotes in. See, again, more leaves. And then I had a bunch of those other leaves. I don't know if they'll make the cut. Probably not. I'm just going to go ahead and move them. I'm not going to play with them. Okay, so then that's what I'm going to play with. And then in my kit, here's what I have. Okay, now right here is my, and again, my sketch is so simple. It's just basically what I'm going to come up with, couple cuts. So I have this washi, which I won't do the pink, but there's definitely the black and white, and that's got florals on it. And I have, see again, the butterflies. Yes, little trinkets and leaves, and then all these die cuts. So, oh, there's a green one. I don't know if it's the right shade of green, but we'll play. Okay, and that is basically what I'll make my choices from. What is in front of me? Oh no, that would be pretty. That is going there. Yes, yes. And I got some green in here. I'll put that out there just in case. I don't know if I'll do buttons on this page. I don't know. Sometimes when I do outdoor pictures, I try not to put buttons on. So, I don't know. Because, you know, I don't know. Sometimes I don't like using buttons when I'm doing outdoor. Okay. Unless you're doing, you know, sportsmen, you know, they're always having hunting jackets and that type of thing. So, I also had this black and white near my desk, and I thought, well, that might make a choice. And then, in my kit, and this is what I said when I make this kit, put things in there because you have no idea what you may end up using. And guess what was in this Auburn Lane? This little fuzzy wuzzy little, it's a flower. But I'm telling you what, this reminds me of rabbit fur. Like little Nellie, that reminds me of her. Now it's a gray. Ask me if that matters. No, I think I honestly may put that on there. I really do. It just looks like rabbit fur. You know, the whole mood and feel thing. So I think that's what I'm going to play with. And so what I will do, and I guess I'll just keep the camera going on for a little bit. Why not, right? Yeah. Until I get a signal that it's probably, I need to probably be heading to bed. Yes, I need to head to bed, but I wanted to play. Okay, so again, I can't show my sketch. So what will I do? I will cut my photos down. First thing I do. Now in my sketch, it shows for 3 photos. 2 are smaller and one's a little bit bigger. But where they have the bigger photo, I'm going to use that as a title block. And that's exactly what I'm going to do, because my title is going to say, Our Idea of a Pet. Yes, because that's exactly what Nellie is. She is our idea of a pet. Now, I already know that I will probably, with more than likely, I will be backing those in white. Okay, and I'm going to use this as my background, but then, you know, I'm in the season of matting. Matting. And I'm going to just cut the inside of this. And then I will use that to mat my photos. So today's just one of those days, you know, you get bad news and you don't want to focus on the bad news. So you do something else, right? And this is what I do. I come to my scrap room. Anybody else like that? Yes. I tell you what, I'm tired of getting bad news. Okay, so my wood grain paper is from Lori Whitlock Reflections. That's an older paper. But the other side is, oh, it's botanical. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. Wow. That reminds me of a project I did in school one time. Well, I really hate to cut that up. I wonder if I could find another wood grain. Hang on, I'll look. There we go. That's how quick that was. Because I really like that. I'm going to put that back in my Auburn Lane kit. Yes. Yes. Okay, so that's how quick that was. Yeah. Now this one is from Photo Play. Yes, this is their Autumn Orchard by Becky Fleck. Very pretty. I tell you what, I was in Hobby Lobby not so long ago. And not only did they have fall and Thanksgiving stuff, but they had Christmas stuff. I'm like, goodness gosh, people. But, you know, I was talking to my daughter about that. And I guess what it is that, you know, there's a lot of craft fairs coming up. And people have to prepare for that. So I guess that would make sense why, you know, in a craft store, things like that would be. You know, I'm keeping this. I just really like that. Reminds me of rabbit fur. And I guess I haven't petted a bunny for some time. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this down. And I'm only going to cut a little bit off on 2 sides. And I think I just shifted my whole mat. I think I did. So I probably won't do this whole thing to start to finish. Because I really should be heading to bed. Tomorrow is another work day. Yes. Okay. And again, this is going to be a fast page. And so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to make a white mat. Yes. And then I will mat this in green. Something like this. Or vice versa. This is probably what I'll do. And this is how I do when I want to get a visualization. Yes, when I want to get a visualization of what I'm doing. This will be kind of like my mat, my photo, and then this will go behind, and this will go behind. And that's how I do that. That's basically what I'm looking at. Of course, you know, I'll get out these I'll get these out. There's a little green. I don't know if they'll be the right green, but it'll be nice to open them up and see what's in there. Of course, you know, I have this rabbit. Yes, so I will get out my wax paper, and I will do a little bit more here, and then I will come back with a finished page. Just a little bit of chit-chat till I get ready. Yes, and see, there's some birds on there. Definitely could get them on there. Yes. So I'm definitely going to put that little bunny on there. That is too cute. And I will stick that bird on there. You know, just to get a little bit more wildlife. And the colors aren't too. There's some metallic on there, but we'll see. Okay. And what else did I want to do? I'm going to start playing with my title. Now another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a sun on here. Oh, there went the alarm. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. So I'm going to work on my title, which is Our Idea of a Pet. And so I know I'm going to put pet in big letters. And so you see what I did and do. I have everything laid out here on wax paper, my ideas. Okay? And I just put everything down, and I'm going to put Our Idea of a Pet. Get to my T's. And then, you know, of course, you don't have enough alphas to do a big title in your thicker. So that's why I use big and small. And so I have those. Don't really like that. Okay. I like these little ones. So how is this scrapping coming along for you all this summer? I hope you're getting some things done. And so I'm just using a mixture of these because I don't, you know, you never have enough of what you need. I already know I'm going to use a 1 and a 7 for the year. So I'm going to put that there. And you see how I'm just putting everything on my wax paper. Okay? Because there's my photos and there's my papers. There's my inspiration. And then when I'm done, when I want to start, you know, actually adhering things, I just move this entire thing. And there we go. That's just what I do. I keep these little things for inspiration. I like that little flower. Okay, Our Idea. Yes. Sometimes I feel like I could just take a big deep breath. Life just freaking sucks at times. Can I get an amen? Our Idea of a Pet. Yes. Like I said, I'm just tired of getting bad news. Yes. Bad news. It just seems like so many people are passing away since spring, and I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of crying. Okay. So I got the year, Our Idea of a Pet. Now, they had, I think, an exclamation point. Yes, and I don't normally use exclamation points, but, you know, maybe. I don't know. I saw another little, might use those for embellishments. I like using those little bits and bobs for embellishments on a page. Oh, here's another one. You just never know. Well, that just ripped that through. What was that, an and sign? Well, that's okay. You can actually take that, cut that off and make it a 3, couldn't you? Yeah, okay. Okay, Our Idea of a Pet. Okay, and so since this little fuzzy wuzzy thing is gray, I thought, well, I'd pull a couple gray little embellishments. Now this says thanks a bunch, but I'll just use that as layering. Okay, and I did see a brown sticker on this sheet because you know I'll have to have 3 trees on there. Okay, and then that'll remind me I have a sticker sheet. Yes, what's this says? You are my home. Oh, that's cute. But I have this, the darker wood grain. I was trying to see if there was anything else in that darker wood grain. And I think that's, yeah, how about this? Yeah, there's a brown butterfly, but that's kind of big. But that would be nice. You know, I'll take it off, put it on there. Okay, so once I get an idea, here's my title. and some things I'm going to play with. And you see I don't play with finishing touches like enamel dots and those kind of things. These are just like my layer, for starting of my layering and my clusters and things like that. And I'm looking at my sketch, and that's basically, I'm just going to cut some banner strips. I'll get at my hexagon punch, because I'll use them to make my banner cuts on my strips of paper. And I would say that's just about it. I mean, that really didn't take very long, did it? No. I was just still looking on here. What else did I pull? I think that was it. And that's what I do. Whatever I pull, that's what I'm playing with. Now I could go through. Oh, instead of that black, you know, I could have used this. Our idea of a pet. If that's too much black, well, I'll put that there. I might change my mind on that. So I'm just looking for anything dark and wood grain. Not going to do any doilies, that's for sure. This is a brown. I don't know if it's a right brown. Oh, that's a cute little flower. Of course, there's craft. Now I got craft and gray. Well, we'll wing it. Something might make the cut, something might not. There's another butterfly. So again, just playing with all these little pieces here. And then, like, I will pull these things, and once I have a good variety, then I'll basically just play with what's on my sheet. So with the kit, you narrowed it, and then with my wax paper, I'm narrowing my choices even more. And that's how I get fast pages done. Because instead of sitting here going through all of this, I'll just go through those items right there. Okay, so that is a good head start. Like I said, I don't think I'll use these buttons. Well, no, there's another butterfly. You just never know when you're going to make a kit where you're going to end up scrapbooking. Oh, X's and O's, because we love her. We love little Nellie. That would be cute on that, wouldn't it? Oh, there's another X. I wonder if that means there's another O. Oh, there's a little heart. Yep, there we go. I'm not saying I might put that on there, but inspiration, right? Okay, so I will be back with a finished page of our little Nellie. Okay, hang on. Okay, I'm back with my finished page, and I will have to say right off the bat that my finished page looks nothing like the sketch. But a lot of times, that's sometimes what happens. You use a sketch as a springboard and you make it your own. Because in the sketch, no, these banner elements are there, but the mat is much smaller and concentrated more in the middle. But mine is completely extended out because I needed that room. And also, too, I used this green pattern paper as an embellishment to convey my mood and feel. And that is what I said in another video. For me and my style, pattern paper is my main embellishment. Always will be. Because, you know, I love it so much. Probably why I buy so much of it. Okay, so what I did was, for these banner strips. Now, in my kit, this is the only, you know, this is the scrap I use. And of course, you know, that's not very long to make these banner strips. So what I did was I cut them 1 inch wide, and then I cut them in half, and then I just tucked them here and tucked them there. And I shouldn't say tucked, because what I did was, before I put this big green mat on, I worked on those banner strips. I think it's easier to do it that way, and then just use your T-square, because you can't really use a T-square when you have all this lump and bump going on. So I had, after I had matted this wood grain to the white, then I did these banner strips. And so I would put one up here, use my T-square, and then I would come down here, and then I would mat them up, you know, match them up just like that. Okay, that's the easiest way I find to do things like that, especially when you're working with a scrap and you don't have a piece long enough, but you can still get that look of those long banner strips, which was definitely an inspiration from the sketch. And so then what I did was, on my photo mat here, I put my title here, and I went with my embellishment cluster, and you can see it's just some trees and some birds and some leaves and little finishing touches, and of course my little bunny here, Nellie, she's on foam tape. And then if you go up here, all my butterflies are on foam tape, and my fuzzy wuzzy, I just glued that on. A little bit of more finishing touches, things like that. Now this fuzzy wuzzy, did it need to go on this page? No, but it went with my mood and feel. It made me think of rabbit fur, and that's exactly why I did it. you know, didn't need to be on there. Because really, this was a pin, you know, that you'd put on like a blazer or a jacket or sweater or a hat. I took the pin, actual pin, off when I put in my kit, and then when I used it on the page, I still took a couple more pieces from the back, so it wouldn't be, it's not very lumpy. It's not very lumpy at all. It looks like it is because it has so much dimension and definitely texture. Love that. Mood and feel, mood and feel. So I added my little date up here, and then my journaling, of course, is in the vertical format. I don't do that a lot, but I had a lot to say. I'll bring this a little closer. These are all on foam tape. I had a lot to say, and it wasn't going to fit in here even if I did want to put it here. So that's why I went that way, you know, put it all in. And I went with white on black because in those banner strips, I had the white on black. And then to tie that in, I took this washi that was on my desk and I made photo corners just out of those little thin washi. That's all I did. So it came together. It wasn't very difficult, but it was very fun to do, and that's all that matters. So I have this left over, these pieces left over. Some will go back on my kit, some will go on a sticker sheet. Love how it turned out. Another story recorded. And of course, a lot of these elements I put on foam tape. Now, the story behind this, our idea of a pet, is because Nellie is a little wild rabbit. And last year she kept appearing. And honestly, do we think it's the same bunny? No, but we say it is. We say Nellie's the same bunny who keeps coming, but this bunny kept hanging out in our backyard for hours at a time. Now, my brother had said to me that a rabbit that does that means it feels comfortable because, I mean, just literally stay there for hours at a time. So, of course, we named her Nellie, and that is our idea of a pet. Something that can feed herself, take care of herself, and we don't have to make arrangements when we go somewhere. So, that is our idea of a pet. Yes, a wild bunny. So, anyways, my daughter is still holding out for a puppy, and I guess she'll have to do that when she gets her own place, which she said she's going to. So that is our idea of a pet, little wild rabbit name. We named her Nellie. So it's fun. And so, of course, you know, Nellie has returned this year. Yes, it's the same bunny that has returned, but they just hang out for hours. I've never seen anything like that. Never see that, you know, just sit there for hours, stretched out in my mulch bed right there. Yeah, just stay there for hours. Oh, you have to wonder about that. So, okay, so that is my finished page. Very fun to do. Another story recorded. That never gets old, does it? No. So that is all I have for this start to finish. Hit that notification bell because we have a lot coming up. And also, too, come back to RTS because you never know what we're going to learn. Bye.